The universe watched a species die, and did nothing. The last transmissions of the Serati people flickered through galactic relays. Pleas for aid, desperate cries as their worlds cracked under the claws of the Krail swarm. The Forum of Civilized Species logged the messages with bureaucratic precision, issued one official condolence statement, and moved on to more pressing matters, like tariffs on helium-3 and ceremonial robe regulations. On their final broadcast, the Serati asked one question, voice trembling with static. "Is anyone listening?" Most of the galaxy wasn't. But humans were. And they answered with a smile that promised hell. The Forum's amphitheater wasn't built for silence, yet silence held it now. 3,000 delegates shifted nervously as Captain Marcus Hale of Earth leaned against the podium, tie slightly crooked, expression irritatingly pleasant. "Let me see if I've got this right," he said, voice casual, conversational. "The Serati are dying. Entire planetary system collapsing. And your brilliant solution, your unanimous decision, mind you, is to write them a sympathy card." The Varn emissary, all mandibles and pride, clicked in indignation. "The swarm is unstoppable. Intervention would be inefficient." Hale's smile didn't falter. "Inefficient. Right. Because saving billions of lives is such a waste of paperwork." A ripple of discomfort passed through the chamber. Humans had a way of being polite while peeling your skin off word by word. Ambassador Krex of the Polari shifted in his seat, spiracles hissing. "Human, you overestimate your species. The swarm has devoured civilizations far greater than yours. Why throw yourselves into extinction for creatures not even of your bloodline?" Hale's eyes twinkled with that distinctly human brand of mischief. "Why? Because someone has to." He straightened, tie still crooked, and said the words that would echo across the galaxy. "They face extinction alone? Not while we breathe." The swarm came fast, dark ships pouring from subspace like a plague. The Serati braced for the end. Then, in the skies above their last stronghold, came something absurd. Human ships. Not gleaming dreadnoughts, not fleets of pristine war machines, but a mismatched armada that looked more like a scrapyard revolt. Civilian freighters with bolted-on cannons, orbital shuttles retrofitted with missile racks, and, was that a fishing trawler? "Yes," said Hale cheerfully over open comms, "that's a fishing trawler. Don't underestimate fishermen. They spend their whole lives waiting for something ugly to take the bait." The Serati stared in disbelief. Their cries had been ignored by the galaxy. Yet humans had come, not with elegance, but with reckless, terrifying resolve. The swarm descended. Human guns opened fire. The void lit up with chaos. Mining lasers tore through crag hulls. Cargo pods filled with explosives launched like torpedoes. A cruise liner named Starlight Majesty plowed through a swarm frigate while blaring something called Eye of the Tiger. The Serati thought it madness. The swarm thought it delicious. Humanity thought it Tuesday. Against all logic, the swarm faltered. For the first time in recorded history, the predators encountered prey that bit back. In underground shelters, Serati civilians listened to the battle comms. "Target down. Ha, told you duct tape works in vacuum. Did that pilot just moon the swarm ship before blowing it up?" "Yes. It's called psychological warfare." The Serati didn't understand half the words. They understood the laughter. And laughter, in the face of extinction, was a weapon more terrifying than any plasma cannon. The galaxy took notice. Reports poured into the forum, humans holding the line, humans advancing, humans grinning as they turned desperation into strategy. Ambassador Tellari of the Elith cornered Hale after the second victory. "You cannot win this war. You cannot possibly believe you can hold forever." Hale offered a polite nod. "You're right. Then why?" "Because forever's overrated. We don't need forever. We just need long enough to make the bastards bleed." The Elith ambassador left with feathers trembling. Humanity smiled wider. Weeks stretched into months. The swarm pressed harder. Humanity pressed harder back. Improvised defenses sprang up. Orbital stations built from cargo containers, planetary shields made from redirected power grids, drones repurposed as kamikaze fighters. Serati soldiers fought beside humans, bewildered yet inspired. Commander Vela watched as a squad of human marines painted cartoon sharks on their armored suits before diving into battle. "You smile before death?" she asked. "Nah," said a marine, cocking his rifle with a grin. "We smile before their death." The swarm learned that lesson quickly. But humanity wasn't just improvisation. Beneath the jokes, the duct tape, the irreverence, there was something darker. Every retreat was deliberate. Every loss calculated. Humanity wasn't just fighting, they were shaping the war, nudging the swarm into patterns, forcing them into corridors of choice that weren't choices at all. It dawned on Vela one night, staring at battle maps in a human war room. "You're herding them." Hale raised his glass of whiskey, eyes glinting. "Smart girl. Took the swarm centuries to perfect their hunting grounds. We're just remodeling them." Her scales prickled. Humanity wasn't saving the Serati out of charity. Humanity was playing a bigger game. The climax came at Yara's Belt, a Serati mining system turned battlefield. The swarm arrived with their largest hive ship yet, blotting out stars. Panic seized the Forum. Species pulled their fleets back. The Serati prepared for annihilation. Humanity grinned. Hale addressed the combined fleet, voice calm, almost cheerful. "Ladies, gentlemen, assorted arthropods, today's a special occasion. We're about to serve the swarm a 3-course meal. Bait, trap, and execution. Dessert optional." The trap unfolded. Human ships pretended collapse, retreating into the asteroid belt. The swarm surged after them, mandibles wide. Then the asteroids exploded. Entire mining rigs, hollowed out and stuffed with fusion warheads, detonated in a chain reaction. The belt became a furnace. The hive ship howled, caught in fire it hadn't seen in a million years. "Bon appetit," Hale murmured, as the swarm burned. The Serati wept in their bunkers. The galaxy stared in horror. Humanity watched, smiling. The war ended not with peace, but with silence. The swarm retreated, broken. The Serati survived, bloodied but alive. The Forum reconvened, robes rustling, voices hushed. When humanity entered, no one mocked anymore. The Polari delegate croaked nervously. "You risked everything for them?" Hale tilted his head. "For them? Oh no. Don't misunderstand." The chamber tensed. He smiled. The kind of smile predators give before closing their jaws. "We weren't saving them. We were recruiting." A cold wave rippled through the amphitheater. "You think we throw ourselves into extinction for sentiment? No. We fight because when the galaxy turns its back, we don't just make allies. We make family. And family doesn't beg for help. Family stands with us." The delegates shifted, feathers puffing, mandibles twitching, tentacles quivering. Hale leaned closer to the mic, voice dropping to velvet menace. "And if the galaxy ever turns its back again, it won't be the swarm you'll need to fear." Only later would the galaxy realize the truth. Every battle, every sacrifice, every insane stunt hadn't just been survival. It had been demonstration. Humanity hadn't simply shouted, "Not while we breathe." They had shown the galaxy what it meant. The Serati lived. The swarm fled. And humanity? Humanity had set the trap all along. Because while the galaxy had been watching the swarm had been watching humanity. And humanity had smiled, bait in one hand, knife in the other. Game over.